So I'm back. I'm back from a Halloween party. I did play some of my songs, but there was a lot of sound issues, which is kind of weird. You know, I feel like really tired at the moment. It's like it's a weird type of feeling. Like I have a headache because all of that music, it was so loud, and at the same time I didn't eat anything all day. So that was not a good combination at all. It was not a good combination. You know, it makes me realize that in my life I actually do need help. Or things just have to be timed correctly. Yeah. It makes me really like think about life in a different way, because like it sometimes it seems like things in my life are like all over the place, and it's like the more I think about it, the more I realize, you know, a lot of the things that I'm doing now I could have been doing when I was younger. But the only reason why I wasn't able to do it when I was younger was because of the situation I was in at that time. So sometimes certain situations, you know, cause you not to be able to do certain things. Because you may not have the right resources, or you may not be in the right environment. And it's like, as much as you really would like to do it and to work on your interests, it's like you can't, you know? And it's like you would like to make a way out of no way, which is what I did, but then still in the situation that I'm in, this situation is sort of like, you know, every situation has some type of challenge to it. It makes you wonder, like, is that really supposed to be like that? Yeah, these chocolates are like dark chocolate, and it's like I don't even taste any sweetness. Yeah, my cat is looking at me like, what is she doing? She hasn't spoken in a long time. Yeah. Gosh, my nose is running because the air quality is very, I would say, it's thick, you know? And that's because I have to take the time to clean and organize my place again. And it's like, you know, it's weird because there's things I would like to do, but then there's other things that come in the way. And it makes me wonder, am I really supposed to be accepting all these things that are coming for my attention? And it just makes no sense. It makes no sense because you know, if I were to ignore every person that messages me or calls me or asks for something of me, it would seem kind of weird, right? Very, very weird. But at the same time, that's kind of like what I feel I have to do. It's like not answer anything. And it's kind of like because every single time I do answer, it takes me away from the things I have to do for myself. And I bet you their life is less freaking, you know, who knows, you know? Like, you don't even know how chaotic somebody's life is. It might seem like my life is not chaotic, but my life is chaotic. And the way you could tell that it's chaotic is because who do I have that can take me to see my family? What can I do? Like, you know, like my family's all spread out all over the place, you know? And I still have yet to get a, you know, my own, you know, and it's like, it's sort of kind of weird because it's like, you know, a lot of people, when they turn 18, their parents are there to get them a car. When I turned 18, my you know, like, who did I have to teach me how to freaking get a car, you know? Nobody taught me shit. You know? Like my father, he passed away when I was 6. My mother, she couldn't really like, she was not like, she was born in her native country, which was Honduras, so there's not that much experience. There wasn't that much experience with, you know, knowing how to navigate this world that we're in New York, you know? So, you know, me going away for college, you know, I was out there and I was, just too much stuff happened when I was out there. Too much stuff, you know, stuff that would make you scared to even like trust people ever again. And the thing about that is just, you know, like, how do you know who to trust, you know? Especially if you, like, it's like everything is just so weird. And all you're trying to do is just be your own person. Like, that's all I was trying to do, be my own person. Gosh, my hair, you know, like, I probably should not have freaking, you know, took my hair off unbraided my hair, because when I went outside, I was not expecting it to start drizzling, and that completely just puffed up my hair in like 2.5 seconds. I'm telling you. That just was not part of my plan. But it is what happened, right? Like, I would like to make more music live. I would like to make music with other people. Like, all of us just come together and just freestyle this music, the drums, the pianos, the guitars, the bass, tongue drum, if everybody could come together and do that, that would be a really interesting experience. I would like to do that. It's just that all of this stuff, we need to get back to the basics, the simplicity of just making music, tuning into the flow of things. Because when I was making the music that I showcased today, or that I shared today, like, those songs that I made, they were made literally like in the moment. Like, it's not like I thought about what I was gonna write when I made it. I just kind of like started with a beat, and then that beat became, I just tried to see what sounded well with it from each beat, or from each sound. I just built upon it, and then that's how I after that, I just started to, because I was always wondering how would I sound like if I just sung to my own beats. And I'm telling you, I could do way more things. It's just, all this, the distractions and stuff. I'm telling you, it's like, and then at the same time, just being the oldest child, the eldest, it's sort of like, oh shit, I'm not doing this right. This is supposed to be a break. Gosh, and I could see that my freaking face became broken out again, because of the fact that it's because I decided to put lotion on my face, and that lotion completely broke me out. Like, it's messed up. That was a lot, and then at the same time, preparing all this took almost more than 4 days. it's sort of like, when you know that 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 something in your life has to come to an end. It's just that thing has to come to an end. When people try to bribe you with like money, it's kind of messed up, because it's like they're waving money in front of you, making it seem like you're gonna get something of value, but really, time is more valuable than money. Because once you use that time, you can never get it back. When you use time in a weird way, or when people use your time in a weird way, you can never get that time back. And that's the messed up part about all of this, is the fact that I know that I've been on a quest since after I finished college to be in the place that I desired most. And when I really wish to be in a place where I desired to be most, right? Because it's sort of like, I know, it's like when I left my mother's place, I was expecting to be in a better position so that I could be more focused. But instead, it was, it's even worse in a way. Why? Because now I'm farther away from family and hardly see them. And it's like I don't even grow up with them. I have not. It's like I grew up with them in my 20s. But in even my teens, like my early elementary years, my brother had to go stay with our sister and all that. And it's kind of weird that I'm talking about this. I don't know who else to talk to about this. I really don't. All I know is that I'm tired. I'm tired and I don't know what else to do. All I know is that I know what it is I would like to do. But at the same time, I noticed that there's this, people don't respect your time as much. They can never respect your time as much as you do. They want something. They want something that they're probably not supposed to have, but you allow them to have it, allow them to have something that they're not actually supposed to have, because they're using me in a way that's not helping me all the way. You might be waving certain things, to get my attention, to make me think that that's going to be better, but it's not. Because just because I get that, money, just because I may get a little, money here and there, if, for doing something they want me to do. It's like, that's not important. That's not as important as what really has to be, what you really have to be doing in that moment. Because this may not even make that much sense. That's how tired my brain is at the moment. But I have to keep speaking anyways, because there's no time to even waste anymore. You know what I mean? And it's better to actually talk about these things, to communicate about these things, than hold it in and never talk about them. Like, nobody will ever know. Like, if you don't talk about stuff, nobody will ever know. So I think that the best thing I could do is talk about it. That way, as I talk about it, maybe I could get some feedback. Maybe there's other people that relate or have been in that place before and have found, something that helps them to deal with certain things like that. I'm kind of, it's like all these things that happen to me are affecting my subconscious mind. They're affecting my subconscious mind. Think about it. When I felt like I didn't, like I thought that this world wasn't meant for me anymore and that I should just leave this world. And then when I thought like that, the fact that I was sent to the hospital and all those things, and then the fact that, it's like when I was in college I was working, but then they let me go. And then after that I was like, oh, I might as well just freaking focus on, because I never had that much time to myself before. Because before that, it was high school, It was high school. I was in high school, so, being in high school, it's like you don't really, it's like, and then you don't have a proper computer and stuff, and technology wasn't all that good. They were in the 56K modem days, It's kind of like all those things that were happening. It's like you don't even realize how fast things are now and how slow things were before. They were slow. It was slow enough for you to really be in the moment. But nowadays it's just so fast that you can't even be in the moment. And then how they had us thinking about, does that make sense to go to work just to work a 9 to 5? Like if they were able to give us a perspective that probably would have been better than telling people they gotta just get a freaking have a career in a major that they chose to go to for 4 years, you know? Like, that's not how life works. People have interests. People have interests. And because they do, you can't expect to have all of your time, 9 to 5, out of your day to be focused on one thing that you chose to go to school for 4 years. That's not how it's not real. It's not realistic. You know, and that's the thing. We were in freaking some other type of world that we didn't even know that we were being mind controlled to think a certain way, like, oh, that's the way that it has to be. And that's the thing, that's how they made us, you know, that's how they warped our time, our ability to feel time and life. It's not good. It's not good what they did. They don't even know the effects, the true effects of all this. They don't know that it causes depression. And then also for you to, like, not be able to listen to your impulses, unless that's just me, you know? Like, it's like you might feel tired, but then it's like you might want to go outside, but then you feel tired. Or you might have to go to work, but you feel tired. Or you might want to go skate, but oh, you gotta go to work. Or, you know what I mean? Like, all these things. It's like it gets to your brain, and it's just too much. It's too much for my brain. It's too much. It's too much for my brain, yo. Like, I wish that I could have. I don't even know what to even say right now. Oh God, I'm tired. I'm like, how can I even wear this right now? Oh God, I feel like all that stuff that happened tonight just made me realize. It just brought things to the surface for me. It really brought things to the surface for me in some way. I'm so tired right now. I'm ready to go to sleep. all these things that they have. It's the way that things were set up. Things were set up in a way that keeps us, feeling lost. And this will probably be better off, like, on some ice cream or something. I'm just super, super tired right now. And it sucks because it's like my brain, my mind has a way of like repeating stuff. When I feel something strongly, it's like my mind just keeps on repeating. And it's not like I actually feel like having to repeat myself over and over, saying the same stuff. Like, that's like some type of, I don't even know what to even say right now. Yeah. And another thing, like when I was trying to get myself ready for tonight's show, it's like my cat just kept on like messing around. He was trying to slow me down from going. I was like, oh my gosh, this is too much. I was like, why is he doing this? Why now? Yeah, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know whether I should be focused on finding a mate or making music. I don't know, because it's like all these things that I was focused on, it's like it gets overshadowed by the little distractions that he put in front of me. And it's like I could tell that there's like some type of energy. That's why I always gotta cleanse my space. Cleanse my space so that I can always have, a balanced energy. Energy gotta be balanced. When they, like the thing is that, the way that things happen they run in a very, sick way. Think about it, like all these people that go to the hospital because they have feelings. It's like they like all that over medication, the prescriptions. Like that, we're not even supposed to be taking those things. We're supposed to be going through our, like, healing, like a different healing modality, you know? Something to help us like understand what it is we're here to do. That way we could shift the perspective, you know? Because the reason why people feel a certain kind of way at certain times is because we haven't heard it. We haven't heard enough information to be able to have the type of mindset that can help you go through, like, even the most challenging moments. You know, like, we don't know things like, oh, the reason why you feel that way is because you're overwhelmed by the amount of people that are, you know, disrespecting you or something like that. Like, you don't even realize, like, you know, it's because of certain things, you know. Like, let's say there's a lot of people that are disrespecting you, and then at the same time, it makes you wonder, like, are you even, like, is there somebody out there that can treat you right, with respect, you know? Like, is this world really always going to be treating you with disrespect? You know, like, it makes you wonder, like, what. That's why people are like, that's why some people are like wondering, like, what is going on? What is going on? Like, am I here alone? Am I here alone? Like, am I ever gonna be happy? Am I ever going to be happy? Like, am I ever going to be in the right place? Am I ever going to be surrounded by loving people? Am I ever going to be surrounded by people that get me, you know? Am I ever going to be able to wake up and see, you know, nature, the abundance of nature right outside my doorstep? Am I ever going to be able to be at ease? You know, like, it makes you wonder, you know? And then the way to get to that place, does it take imagination, or does it take just knowing what it takes to get to that place? Like there's so many questions and not enough, I guess, not enough answers. But then it's like, that's the reason why I've been online, addicted to social media, looking on YouTube for answers. And the truth is that it's like, it's not even that. The answers are not always online. The answers is, it's all about just going where you feel you're supposed to be. You know, going toward your desired place. But it's just, you know, it's a couple of things that you have to do. You have to know how to guard yourself from negative energies, negative people, because every single time there's a negative person, these people, they're the reasons why your life they're the reasons why you experience something, you know, that's annoying, or that you don't really like at that certain period of time. Makes you wonder, like, what the heck is going on? It's, you know, my brain is like going through some type of I can't even really read a book anymore, you know? That's how my mind, how, you know, my mind really feels really, my mind just feels freaking weird, you know? Feels weird. I'm tired, very, very tired, but I feel like talking. But I think that's all I'm gonna say for this video. I really should, I don't know if this is gonna be a good video for anybody to watch. It's horrible. I don't know, it's not horrible, it's just, I don't know why I'm the weird one. Why did I have to come into this world to be the weird one? The one that doesn't fit in at all. The one that stands out like crazy. Stands out. I stand out. I stand out, but it's like, it's just weird. I'm tired. It's time for me to go to sleep now. Alright, until next time. I'll be back again with some more videos. I have to edit my videos way better. You know, gotta try a lot of things just to see what it is. You know, it's all about just having time to actually do things. And if those people would just get out of my way, get out of my way, stop bribing me with freaking, you know, because it's like, is it really about that? You know, some people use credit cards to get what they want. Some people just work a lot and have money. You know, like everything in this world is set up in a weird way. Some people have way more money than others. And that's the reason why they could easily tell somebody that they can, you know, pay them a certain amount of money and things like that. Like, but they have more money than you, right? But then you are not even able to live the life that you want because you don't get as much money as they do. You just get the scraps. You get the scraps. The scraps of everybody. That's what happens to the people in the middle. But soon, you'll see how powerful the mind is. The inner eye is. You'll see. You'll see, right? You really don't need money. You really don't. Experiences come to me. It's just that there's a weird entity chasing me around, trying to steal my time. And it's because they want to live the lavish life. They want to go to vacations. They want to go on vacations, but keep me in this place, stuck in one place, while they get to move around like crazy. I'm telling you, so freaking thing. It's a goddamn setup. That's what it is. It's a setup. It's a setup that they've been setting up since they first came up with the Department of, you know what, the educational system. It's a setup. And they set it up so that certain people get more money than others. And then people end up, not living the life that they want. I prefer off-grid, I would rather live off-grid where I can make my own clothes, have, grow my own crops, grow my own, harvest my fruits, harvest my vegetables, my herbs, because it's simple, and then you can make music with the people around you. It's really nothing to, like life is supposed to be simple. It's supposed to be simple and fun, not complicated with all these old money, like, oh, how much money, like, oh, this person's coming with money. This money will help you to get this. And when you get this, you can make even more money. And then, gets on my nerves, I've had enough. My health is so important. It really is. I don't want to continue putting my health to the back burner to the point that I have these aches in my bones. And this, feeling like I'm aging because of the cold, the freezing weather. Like, did I choose this? I didn't choose this, not consciously. I would like to travel. I would like to go to my motherland. This is my motherland, but my real motherland is Honduras. It's so messed up, being in a situation like that where you don't even know, where you don't even trust men either. And then all these different men that are interested. And how you're like looking at them and you're like, oh no, that person's like freaking, like they just don't seem to be the right fit. And you're like, oh my gosh, no. And then, just the different stages, the stages of feeling bad for certain people. And then because of that, you overlook other people. It's too much for my brain. My brain is literally about to, it's like, it feels like it's about to explode with all this information. You have no idea. to feel like that, to feel like that. People don't know. People don't know how it feels like. Maybe some people do. Maybe some people could relate. But I don't know. I'm just doing my best to live my best life right now. And it's, I almost sort of feel just, I feel overwhelmed. I feel tired. I feel like every single morning, this location is literally doing me harm. This location, it's like, why is it that when I wake up in the morning, I feel like going back to sleep? That doesn't make sense. Why does it feel like that? I used to wake up earlier, but then it's like this thing is just weird. I used to wake up earlier. I used to have more energy. But it seems like now it's like a different type of depression. It's like the type that it's like you think it's like in between depression and feeling like it does not make any sense. It doesn't make sense. It's like in between depression and something else. It's like not wanting to be depressed, but then you're still depressed. Like not wanting to be depressed, but still being depressed. Considered like if it's hard for you to wake up in the morning, isn't that like some level of depression? It makes no sense. It's like some level of depression. I truly hope that my life can get better. I really do. And that none of these distractive people come around again. And it's so weird because I don't know whether to be grateful for the fact that they have some, currency for me, or because it's like you have to see like what is your true value. Is it money or is it time? And at the moment it's starting to feel more like time is more valuable for me. You gotta watch out who you give your energy to. Some people are energy vampires. They just love to suck you dry. They love to suck you dry, so dry that it's like you have no energy for yourself, no energy to live the rest of your life with ease. Because now you gotta worry about, who you gonna date, are you too old? Are you too, is everybody taken? Are the guys, just not available anymore? Or are the guys too old? There's a lot of things that you gotta watch out for. You have to watch out. Some people will suck you dry. They will suck the living, they will suck everything. You gotta watch out. I'm warning you about that. You also gotta watch out for You know, believing that you need to go somewhere for 4 years to be able to do anything. Because literally, life is what you make it in this moment. If you go somewhere for 4 years, you might feel kind of weird coming back to your hometown. You might feel weird, like, where the heck did your life go? And then by the time you notice, you're going to be older. And it's going to be like, where did my time go? Like, you know, that's how they suck you dry too. They start when you're little, when you're 5 years old, kindergarten. That's when they first start to suck you dry. And then after that, it's just all the freaking stuff like, oh, how are you gonna survive in this world type of stuff. You know, and how they subconsciously programmed you to think you have to have a degree to do things that everybody's supposed to be entitled to. You know, everybody's supposed to be able to enjoy life and to have a family and to have access to fruits and vegetables. Everybody's supposed to have that. Everybody's supposed to have a house, you know, a place to stay. Like, these are things that people are supposed to have because it's part of, you know, protecting you from the elements, you know? Like when it rains or something like that, or when it snows, or when it's really sunny, or, you know, like a house is what helps you to not have to deal with all the extra elements, you know, coming on you and on your stuff. But, you know, like, you know, it's kind of weird. We wanted something more. That's why we came to this situation. We became very, we wanted to experience what it would feel like to, you know, to have something else to do in life, I guess, other than just being out in nature and playing instruments. We wanted technology to be good so that we could record ourselves. And then that's why all of this happened. And then not only that, but we just digitized everything. Digitized how we paid each other. Digitized, you know, that's all it is. We just found a faster way of communicating. Instead of communicating with the people in our immediate surroundings, we found a way to communicate with people on a larger scale. That way we could talk to many different people from all around the world and trade with them. That's the reason why we're in this situation that we're in. And we gotta be able to see everything in a bigger view. You know, that way you could just bring balance back to your life. You know, 'cause there's certain things that you have to be like, you know, that we shouldn't really be too focused on certain things, you know. I really love skateboarding, but it's so crazy to be in a situation where you feel like skateboarding is actually taking you away from life. That's the worst, to feel like that. And it makes you realize even more, like, the people you waste your time on, it's not worth it's not worth those moments that you could have been spending with yourself, really enjoying your, what you can do. It's like life doesn't even feel enjoyable, It really doesn't. At least not for me in a way. I'm doing my best to enjoy life by making music and by doing the things I do. That's what it is. I'm doing my best to enjoy life, but even though I don't really feel pleasure, like, you don't even realize how I don't feel pleasure. It's really messed up. Like, I just don't really feel it. That's the reason why. It's like, I'm like, please, I would like to be able to get more in touch with nature. Maybe even try some plant medicine, just to get me back into that, state where I could just remember. Because I feel like I've gotten out of touch with nature. And it's so sad. I don't feel like feeling like this anymore. I really don't. I wish that things could get better. And that's what I'm gonna do. I just felt like I had to share this, even though it might seem like a lot of information, but it's really just something somebody could relate to. And it's worthy of being shared, because if I don't share this, nobody will ever know. And then it will just be a part of my brain, lost in the brain of authentically living me. And who wants that? Who wants, I think I am done now with this message. I think I'm done. I think I've covered almost everything I could possibly cover tonight about how I feel. I really have to get used to speaking about this and not caring about how long it takes, because at some point, maybe somebody will find these videos valuable. It may be. And I may not know the value of this video, but the universe put these thoughts and feelings in me for a reason. And I'm just gonna accept it as it is. That's that. That's that. Alright, it's time for me to go to sleep now. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, Aggie Sun Sunny signing out.